Good morning, students. Welcome back to our science class. Already, the physics first lesson is over. Now, I'm going to teach you chemistry. Chemistry lesson number 7, atoms and molecules. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about atoms and molecules, its theories, and then the measurements of atoms and molecules. The first scientific theory of the atom was proposed by John Dalton. He is the first person to found out the atom. Few of the postulates of Dalton's theory about an atoms were incorrect. So after that, some of the scientists they corrected the theories about John Dalton. So in the year of 1806, the elements were defined by Dalton as being substance composed of only one type of atom. So the compounds are made by only one type of atom. He also introduced the idea that atoms had a solid ball structure. Yes, it has been like a solid ball structure. We know define an element as a substance composed of atoms. So elements also composed of atoms, each of which has the same number of protons. So the atoms has been composed of atoms. So all the atoms has the same number of protons present in it. So here's a picture of John Dalton. Its lifetime is 1766 to 1844. Here, the pure substance has been divided into elements and compounds. Again, these elements has been divided into atom and molecules. Then, the compounds also molecules and ionic. So, the pure substance, the last element, basic element is we can say it as atoms. See, atoms as a single element, but in the molecular it has been a more than two atoms are being present in it. In the same manner, the molecules also maybe a two or more atoms are combined together. Ions. Ions means the inner particle present in the atom, that is protons, electrons. These are the particles present inside the atom. Our next topic is modern atomic theory. The modern atomic theory was given by John Dalton, the person first said about an atom. An atom is no longer indivisible, so we cannot break the atoms easily. After the discovery of the electrons, protons and neutrons, see this picture, it is a one atom. In this atom we have, in center we have a nucleus, then neutron also present in the nucleus, then proton, electron. Protons are the positively charged ion. The negatively charged ion we can say it as electron, but neutron we don't have any charge, it has a null charge, that is the charge is 0. The positive particle proton, negative particle electron. Then the nucleus is included neutron as well as proton. Atoms of the same element may have different atomic mass. Yes, same element depends upon the number of protons and the number of neutrons. The mass means nothing but of the weight has been different. Here they given an example, the isotopes of chlorine. Chlorine the atomic number is same, but the mass number one is 35, another one is 37. So based on the mass we have a different isotopes of atoms. Atoms of different elements may have same atomic masses. So different, here we have a different elements but they have a same atomic mass. For that we can represent a word isobar. See here 18 argon 40, 20 calcium 40. So here it has a different atomic numbers but the mass number is same. So that's why we are saying this is the isobars. Atoms of one element can be transmuted into atom of other elements. In other words, atom is no longer indestructible. The discovery of artificial transmutation. Here the new word transmutation. Transmutation means changing from one form to another. That's why we are saying it's a transmutation. What is the meaning of this? Yeah, atom no longer be a stable one. It has to destroy. That is no longer indestructible. So it can be change one form to another, we cannot destroy the atom. Atoms may not always combine in a simple whole number ratio. So example, glucose C6H12O6, here the ratios are 6, 12, 6 or 1:2:1, the simplest form of 6, 12, 6, and sucrose C12H22O11. So it is following some certain number of ratio to given out a new atom. Postulates of modern atomic theory. Here are the some of the points. Atom is the smallest particle that take part in the chemical reaction. Yes, the smallest atoms taking part and giving out a product of new molecules. Next, the mass of an atom can be converted into energy. Yes, the atoms are reacting and giving out a new compound. In that, the transpiration of energy only taking place. It has been derived in the formula E equal to mc square. Now we are going to learn the new term atomic mass, how to calculate this atomic mass. The atomic mass is the mass of an atom. It is equivalent to the sum of the number of protons and neutrons in the atom. Yes. So whatever the atom, we can calculate the atomic mass. We need to have two particles. One is proton, another one is neutron. So number of protons and number of neutrons, we can add it together, we can get atomic mass of the given atom. Here they given one example, carbon atomic mass is 12.01, but carbon's atomic number is 6. So the atomic number 6 was double, then only we are getting an atomic mass of 12.01. Our next topic is atoms and atomic mass. In an atom, protons and neutrons have considerable mass. Yes, based on the number of protons and neutrons only we have an atomic mass. But electrons don't have such a considerable mass. But electrons have a charge of negative, but they don't have any mass. Thus, the mass of an atom is mainly contributed by its proton and neutrons. Hence, the sum of the protons and neutrons of an atom is called its mass number. Yes, we already discussed this one in the previous slide. The mass of an atom is measured into atomic mass unit, that is simply denoted by AMU. Atomic mass unit is 1/12 of the mass of the carbon 12 atom. So here, based on the carbon 12 atom, we are going to compare the atomic masses of the other atoms. An isotope of carbon which contains 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So here the carbon's atomic mass is 12 because of 6 protons and 6 neutrons. Relative atomic mass. A relative atomic mass of an element is the ratio between the average mass of its isotope to 1/12th part of the mass of carbon 12 atom. Here, relative atomic mass, we are going to calculate the isotopes of a carbon 12 atom. It is denoted by a symbol AR, capital A and small r. It is otherwise called as standard atomic weight. So to calculate atomic weight of other atom, we can have a formula, relative atomic mass. Simply we can denote this one as a RAM or AM. It's equal to average mass of one atom of the element. So whatever the element, what is the average mass of an element? It has been divided by 1/12 into the mass of an atom, carbon 12. So based on the carbon 12 atom, we are going to calculate the mass of the other atom, that is relative atomic mass. Why relative atomic mass? We are going to compare the atomic mass of an element to the carbon. Next, the sum of the elements relative atomic mass in a carbon scale. Why carbon scale? We are comparing this one in a carbon. Hydrogen 1, carbon 12, nitrogen is 14, oxygen is 16, sulfur is 32 and chlorine is 35.5. Relative atomic mass is only a ratio, so it has no unit. Here, if the atomic mass of an element is expressed in grams, so here it has a no unit, only we are going to measure a mass, that is weight, so that it has a unit of grams. So gram atomic mass of hydrogen equal to 1, so 1 gram we can represent it. And then the gram atomic mass of carbon equal to 12 gram, that is nothing but of the atomic mass of the corresponding atom. So we are denoting the mass so that we are using the unit of gram. Next, atomic mass. That is the average atomic mass. The average atomic mass of an element is the weighted average of the masses of its naturally occurring isotopes. Here no, we are going to measure a atomic mass of isotopes. We already know what is an isotope. The elements having same atomic number but different in their mass number, that is the thing we are saying isotope. So in this average atomic mass we need to calculate only for the isotopes of the same element or else atom we can say. Here we have one example to measure average molecular mass of water molecule. Water, its atomic unit is 1, that is hydrogen. 1.00794 AMU is nothing but of atomic mass unit, and oxygen is 15.9994 AMU. So we need to find out average molecular mass. See, H2O. Hydrogen we have 2 atoms, so the hydrogen's value has been multiplied into 2. Then remaining we have a oxygen, so oxygen value we are written here. So doubling the value of hydrogen and then the atomic mass of oxygen, we need to add it, then we are getting a atomic mass unit of 18.01528 AMU. This one we are going to take as average molecular mass. We already know the molecular mass, it is taking a unit of gram, so we can write like this: 18.01528 gram per mole. Mole is nothing but of to denoting a particles present in a molecule. Here we are going to discuss about the problem based on average atomic mass. Boron naturally occurs as a mixture of boron 10. Boron 10, here it has a 5 protons and 5 neutrons, and boron 11. Here 5 protons and 6 neutrons. So these two are isotopes. So average atomic mass only for the isotopes. The percentage abundance of the boron 10 is 20 and that of boron 11 is 80. Then the atomic mass of boron is calculated as follows. Yes, because we need to calculate the average, then only we can find out the average atomic mass. So the formula is, first we are going to take boron 10 and then its percentage abundance is 20, so 20 by 100. Then the boron 11, its percentage abundance is 80, so 80 by 100. So while cancelling it, 20 by 100 becomes a 0.20 and then 80 by 100 becomes 0.80. Next, when you multiply 10 into 0.20, it becomes a 2, and then 11 into 0.80, it becomes 8.8. While adding together, we are getting answer of 10.8 AMU. It's nothing but of atomic mass unit. It is only applicable for same elements isotopes. The average atomic mass is only applicable for isotopes. So the atoms discussion is over. Now we are going to discuss about classification of molecules. A molecule may be an element or a compound. Yes, it may be a 2 or more element, or else we can say it as a 2 or more atoms. Otherwise we can call a molecule as a compound. If the molecule is made up of similar kind of atoms, then it is called a homoatomic molecule. Yes, same type of atom. For example, H2. So 2 hydrogen is there, so we can say it as a homoatomic molecule. The molecule that consists of atoms of different element is called heteroatomic molecule. For example, you can take it as a water, H2O. In that H2O, we have a 2 hydrogen atoms and then 1 oxygen atom. So different atoms, so we can say it as a heteroatomic molecule. So when the molecule consists of same type of atoms, we can say it as a homoatomic molecule. In case it has a different kinds of atoms, we can say it as a heteroatomic atoms. A compound is a heteroatomic molecule. The number of atoms present in the molecule is called as atomicity. Yes. But see, we already see that is water, H2O. In H2O, we have a 2 hydrogen atom and then 1 oxygen atom. So what is atomicity? The atomicity is 3. Totally 3 atoms were present in the water molecule. So like that we can calculate the atomicity of an element, atom or element. Here we are given a sum of the atomicities 1. The atomicity 1 means we can say it as a monoatomic. If it is 2, diatomic. 3 means triatomic, and it is more than 3, we can say it as a polyatomic. This is how we need to represent a atomicity of an element or an atom. Here we have a difference for allotropic forms of atoms. See oxygen O2 and ozone O3. In oxygen molecule, the same molecule itself, it has a difference between the atoms. Here 2 atoms of oxygen, but in the case of ozone we have 3 atoms. There are 2 oxygen atoms, so it is atomicity is 2. The oxygen atomicity is 2. Since we can move on to the ozone, it has 3 atoms, so its atomicity is 3. So both the atoms are similar. Yes, both are the similar atoms of oxygen. But O2 is a homoatomic molecule. See here, first the atom of oxygen. We have only one atom. The next diatomic oxygen O2. So 2 atoms are there. The next one is ozone. Here it has a 3 oxygen atoms. So difference is only the same atoms. The parent atom is same, but the number of atoms is different. So the atomicity of oxygen is 1. Here it is 2. But in this case of ozone, the atomicity is 3. Our next topic is heteroatomic molecules. Hetero means different atoms. Here hydrogen chloride. See this picture. We have hydrogen chloride, hydrogen as well as the chlorine. We have two different atoms. It consists of two atoms, but of difference in hydrogen and chlorine. Its atomicity is 2. So either it may be a same element or else a different element. We have two atoms. So the atomicity is 2. It is a heterodiatomic because of different atoms. So we can say it is a heterodiatomic molecule. The water molecule. The next one is water molecule. It has the two hydrogen atoms and then one oxygen atom. So its atomicity is what? 3. So here also it's a heteroatomic. So 3 atoms are there, 2 are same, another one is different. So we can say it as a triatomic hetero molecule. Relative molecular mass. The relative molecular mass of a molecule is the ratio between the mass. Yes, here we are going to discuss the mass of a molecule. So in the molecule itself we have a different atoms present in it. Of 1 mole of the substance to 1 by 12th mass of an atom of carbon 12. Here all the molecular masses we are going to compare with the isotope of carbon 12. Then only we can get the correct mass of the, either it may be a molecule or else a atom. The relative molecular mass is only a ratio. It has no unit. Likewise in the relative atomic mass. Here also we are going to have the unit of gram molecular mass, because the thing is we are going to measure a mass, so we can take a unit of gram. The gram molecular mass of water is 18 gram, and then the gram molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram. Next, the gram molecular mass of ammonia is 17 gram. The last one, the gram molecular mass of HCl, that is hydrogen chloride, is 36.5 gram. Based on this, we are going to do one sum. The relative molecular mass of sulfuric acid is calculated as follows. Sulfuric acid contains 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. Yes, the molecular formula H2SO4. The relative molecular mass of sulfuric acid equal to, first we are having 2 into mass of hydrogen, because we are having a 2 hydrogen atom, plus 1 into mass of, now we are going to discuss about an atom and molecules, its differences. Atoms are the fundamental unit or matter and defining structure of elements. Fundamental means it's a basic unit, so it is the smallest unit of the any matter. In molecules, the unit used to define the amount of a substance in chemical reaction is the mole. The atom is the smallest possible unit of matter that has properties of an element. Yes, it's a very smallest unit. So all elements are showing the properties of an atom. Mole is the unit of amount that containing as many particles as there, and atoms is exactly the 12 grams of carbon 12 atom. Here the molecule is a mixture of elements present in it. Converting molecules to atoms is not always possible. So we can only limited amount of atoms we can convert as a molecule. Converting to moles, molecules into easy because the number remains the same. So the conversion of molecule to atom is very easy. Atoms are made of smaller particles called protons, electrons and neutrons. Molecules are represented by the Avogadro's number. So how many number of molecules, that is how much substance is present in the molecule, we can represent with the help of Avogadro's number. Our next heading is mole construct. The definition is the mole, the symbol we can represent MOL, small mol, mole is a unit of measurement for amount of substance in the international system of units. A mole of a substance or a mole particle is defined as exactly 6.022140076 into 10 to the power 23 particle. This one usually we can say it as Avogadro's number, which may be atoms, molecules, ions or electrons. In short, for particles, one molecule is 6.02214076 into 10 to the power 23. In the SI unit, mole is the amount of substance that contains as many elementary entities. Yes, mole. When we are taking some substance, for example, we are taking a pinch of salt, in that how many particles are present, that one only we are saying as a number of moles. Either it may be atoms, molecules or other particles. As there are atoms, exactly 12 gram, that is we need to compare all those things to the mass to carbon 12 isotope. The meaning of mole concept is the number of moles of a substance can be calculated by various means depending on the data available as follows. Here, the number of moles of molecules. So, how many number of substances present we can represent in the molecules using the moles. Number of moles in atoms also we can represent. So, in the number of moles of a gas, we can use the standard molar volume at STP. Here, STP, S denotes standard, T denotes temperature and pressure. The volume is 22.4 liter. It is only applicable for gases. Number of moles of iron. For other solids and liquids, we can call it as a mole. But in the case of, we can express the gas in a STP at 22.4 liter. How are you going to represent mole in atoms as well as molecules? Now, mole of an atom. 1 mole of an element contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 atoms and it is equal to its gram atomic mass. Yes, this mole is equal to the gram atomic mass. Next, that is 1 mole of oxygen contains 6.023 into 10 to the power atom of oxygen and it is gram atomic mass is 16 gram. Gram atomic mass is 16 gram. So, we need to represent 16 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 number of moles present in the oxygen atom. Now, we are going to discuss the mole of molecules. 1 mole of a matter contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecules and it is equal to its gram molecular mass. Yes, here also the same thing we are going to calculate as a molecule. In the molecule, it is equal to, it is also gram molecular mass. In atom, we are having a gram atomic mass. Here, gram molecular mass. Calculation of number of moles by different modes. Here we have a different types of matters: solids, liquids and gases. For the three types of matters, how are you going to calculate a number of moles? Here number of moles equal to mass by atomic moles. So the total mass of an molecule by atomic mass of the element present in the molecule. Next, mass by molecular mass. Mass of the given matter and then total molecular mass. Number of atoms can be concluded by divide by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, the Avogadro's number. Again the number of molecules also concluded with the help of Avogadro's number 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Here in the given picture, the mole representing, so the different types how we represent in the above lines. See, first one, the mass. Mass is molar mass by 1 mole and then again we need to convert mass to mole. The reverse thing, 1 mole divided by molar mass, we can get the number of moles. Next, number of particles we need to represent. For that we need to multiply 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 particle, that is Avogadro number, divided by 1 mole. Again the reverse thing we need to convert as a mole. Next, the mole to volume of a gas. So volume of a gas, we have a condition STP. In this STP, the 1 liter of mole has been divided into 22.4 liter. It is a standard temperature and pressure measurement. Next thing, the same thing we need to convert volume of a gas. The reverse the formula we can use it, 22.4 liter by 1 mole. So we can get a mole. So whatever the particles mass are representing particles volume of a gas, we can convert that one into a mole. Our next topic is percentage composition. The percentage composition of a compound represents the mass of each element present in 100 gram of the compound. Here the percentage composition may be representing so how much of element present in the 100 gram of given compound. Here we have an example of water molecule H2O. It can be calculated using the formula. Based on this formula, we are going to calculate the mass percentage of the given molecular. Mass percentage of an element is equal to mass of that element in the compound divided by molar mass of the compound into 100. Why we need to multiply into 100? Because it's a percentage composition. Based on this, we have one example sum. Find the mass percentage composition of methane. Methane's molecular formula is CH4. Here molecular mass of CH4 equal to C. C's molecular mass is 12. H4. H is 1. So 4 hydrogen is here. So we are going to add 4. So totally it comes 16 gram. Here we have two different elements. One is carbon. Another one is hydrogen. First we are going to find out mass percentage of an carbon. Total mass is 16 grams. So the formula is mass of the element in the compound divided by molar mass of the compound. Here mass of the element only carbon is 12 and then total mass is 16. So 12 by 16 into 100. So we are getting a 75% of carbon in this composition. Next, mass of a nitrogen. Here we have a 4 hydrogen. Its mass also 4. So 4 divided by the molar mass of the compound. The given compound is 16. So we are cancelling this value. Then we are getting a 25%. So here the mass percentage of hydrogen is 25%. So whatever the compound they are giving, we need to calculate so independent element percentage present in the given compound. Here is your assignment. Answer the following. Define relative atomic mass. Write the different types of isotopes of oxygen and its percentage abundance. Define atomicity. Give any two examples for heterodiatomic molecules. Write the difference between atoms and molecules. Write the postulates of modern atomic theory. Note down this assignment. Go through this lesson. For your further understanding, you can watch the video repeatedly. In this lesson, the first session is over. We'll meet you soon in the next video. Thank you, students.